welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Dania Marie, and today we're going to be doing this soft brown smoky eye. I know smoky eyes are usually pretty like dark and intense, but I personally like to do my smoky eyes like softer. So the traditional black smoky eyes, I usually obviously do them a little bit more intense, but when I do a brown, I like to kind of do them a little bit softer. I feel like it complements my eye color and just my eye shape a little bit better. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys something that can be kind of quick if you're like running out of time and wanted something that still looks like you took time on your eyes. This is a great look for that. It maybe took me like 20-30 minutes, 15 maybe at the least, 30 the most, to do just the eyes, and obviously my face makeup I did off camera. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this smoky eye, please keep watching. Okay, so skin is done and eye is prepped. We're going to jump right into the eye. Today we're going to be using the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. This is the first original one, not the remastered one. I only have the original one, so we're going to be using that for the entire eye look today. So as I kind of mentioned in a smoky eye video that I've done before, I like to start with my base color on the lid first and then blend up. So I build up by blending, and that's kind of how I create like my smoky eyes. So we're going to jump into the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, and I'm going to be taking this shade Cocoa right here. And I'm taking a Sigma E55 brush. So I'm going to pack this directly onto the lid. So basically covering the entire eyelid. So don't be shy with it, pack it on. Also make sure it's not patchy. So yes, pack it on, but also just be aware of like patchiness when applying it. And like tapping it into the eyelid actually really helps get as much of that shadow like directly on to the lid and makes it like a little bit more pigmented. And go ahead and bring this up into the crease here, because starting from the crease is where we're going to start blending our next shade. And the thing that I love about this look is that it's so fast. I mean, for me, I feel like it's really fast and it's not like difficult at all. Besides the blending, once you get the hang of like blending, this becomes very easy. Okay, so as you can see, we have it pretty packed onto the eyelid. So the next thing we're going to do is take a pencil brush, and I'm going to be taking the shade Sandalwood right here in the palette. So this is going to be the shade that we use to start creating that nice blended smokiness. So I'm just going to start blending this like right on top of that shade we just packed on, and I'm just going in with like the lightest touch. I'm not really pressing down too much. It really just does the work for you if you just lightly add pressure. It's like the lightest amount of pressure really, and then you kind of just start blending this out. And now don't be too like crazy with the brush. I just very lightly do little blending circular motions, because the key to this look is the blending. If you can't get the blending right, it's gonna look weird, patchy, it's gonna have like harsh lines. So you really wanna make sure that you very lightly blend this in. And a trick that I like to do is hold the brush closer to the bottom of the actual brush. It allows you to get that lighter pressure and the circular motions that you want to get with blending. The closer you hold it to the top, the more harsh your application is going to be. So that's why when I know I need to do some serious blending, I like to hold it from the bottom of the brush. So now I want to blend this out a little bit more, just a tiny bit more. So I'm going to go in with a Sigma E36 brush and taking the shade Bay in the palette right here. And I'm just going to use this to very lightly diffuse this line right here. Once again, going in very lightly with the brush. Not too much pressure there. So this is going to soften that blend on the edges, which is what I really want. Now you can go darker with this look. You can go darker with the shades if you want, if that's something you want to do, or you're looking for like a more darker more intense look, you totally could do these exact same steps just with like darker shades, or you can pack on more color. Personally, like I said, I like my brown smoky eyes to be a little bit more soft. I just feel like it goes well with like my eye shape and stuff like that. So everyone has like their own preference of like what they like to do, but it's basically like the same exact steps. And then I'm gonna go back in with that Sigma E55 brush and that first shade Cocoa, and I'm just going to reapply some of that shadow onto the lid again. Sometimes when you're blending, the first few shades that you use can sometimes get like too diffused out, so I like to go back and like reinforce the color basically. And then once again, I'm going to go back in with that pencil brush and the shade Sandalwood and blend all that out one more time. So I basically go back and like fine tune some stuff as I like do the eye. And lastly, going back in with that very last step and taking that lighter shade Bay and going over the edges. So now that I'm done with the top of the eye, I'm going to go down to the lower lash line. I'm going back in with that pencil brush and the first darker shade Cocoa that we used from this palette, and I'm going to start diffusing that on the lower lash line. Then I'm taking a Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush and taking that second brown shade Sandalwood, and I'm going to lightly sweep this underneath the darker shade on the lower lash line, just to also give it like a slight transition to the lower lash line as well. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara to my lashes, then apply a false lash. Today I'm using the Bold Face Makeup lashes in the style Lash Goals. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back to show you guys the completed eye look with the lash. Okay, so this is the eye with the other lash on. So as you can see, it totally completely changes the look. So these specific lashes really help a smoky eye, which is why I love to use these ones from Bold Face. They just always work so perfect with my smoky eye look. So if you're interested, they have really great lashes, and their lash bands are like way thinner than most lashes, so that's why I love to use them, because my eyes are smaller, so sometimes I feel a heavier lash band just feels like too much. It feels like way too heavy on my eyes, so that's why I like to use these. So yeah, now I'm just going to do a few final touches on the eye. I'm going to do some inner corner highlight. I'm taking the Kylie Cosmetics highlighter in Salted Caramel and just popping that into the inner corner there. So see, that really brightens that up, and I love to do this with a smoky eye. I feel like it complements it really well. And then I'm going to apply some up here to the brow bone. Now going in with the nude lip gloss from Makiage. So this is pretty much it for the look. As you can see, super light on the lip. I wanted most of the emphasis and attention to be on the eyes. So like I said before, this is a pretty quick tutorial just because I wanted to show you guys how fast this eye look can be. Obviously I did my face makeup off camera, and that can sometimes, maybe with the eyes and face together, can take you an hour 35 minutes if you like really are doing like a full face. I like to do the full beat, so it might take me a little bit longer than usual, but the eyes are super fast. That's why this is something that I kind of end up doing most of the time when I'm in a rush, either like a super soft glam or like a super soft smoky eye. So these are kind of like my go-tos, so I thought this would help you guys out if you're ever looking for a kind of quick eye look that makes you look super elevated and like you took time doing your eyes, when in reality maybe it only took like 15-20 minutes. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, comment down below, and hit the bell for notifications so that whenever I post a video, you guys are the first to know. Hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!